Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere of the Startup Poland report. The report is called "Open and Free Internet in the Eyes of Startups." I would like to say a few words about Startup Poland, so everybody will feel more comfortable. We're a think tank that promotes and recommends activities that stimulate technological entrepreneurship. We represent startups in dialogue with Polish administration, EU institutions, large corporations, and also academia. We also cooperate with our brother and sister organizations from other European countries. Hope you. Yes. So the big question, or the thing that I would like to talk to you today about, is net neutrality. And before I will present my report and the survey that we've conducted, I would like to say what the net neutrality is. And net neutrality is the principle that every type of data transfer on the internet should be treated equally. Thus, any threat to that principle constitutes a threat to an open and free internet, which an open and free internet offers equal opportunity to compete, regardless of the size and of resources. So this is very important for startups and other SMEs. And actually, that principle is guaranteed by the EU regulation. It's the 2015/2120 EU regulation. So, what is the problem? So after almost 10 years, the EU Commission opened a discussion regarding what is called fair share, or the infrastructural levy on large platforms, or the so-called content and application providers. The problem in itself was defined by Commissioner Breton, that the operators, and namely we can say these are the big five telecom operators in EU, weren't getting the right return on investment from maintaining their networks, and it was time to recognize the fair remuneration of the networks. So we can see the problem as it was defined by also Napoleon and other people. The problem is the money, and the money on a very interesting market, on a market where from one side you have consumers who pay for the network and for the speed of the network, and also the consumers pay for the content to the content providers, and the networks that they actually get the clients thanks to the content providers. And also to say, like in countries like in Poland, you have public grants that actually the operators they get in order to build and maintain the infrastructure. So the very important thing is the South Korea example, where such levy or such tax, if you can say, was introduced in 2016, and actually, in short, it is the best real world example of the levy policy resulted in wasting resources without benefits actually to consumers. And actually, if you can imagine that the Squid Games, which is a Korean Netflix show, they have actually worse quality of viewing that than in other countries. So right now, as I mentioned, there are consultations up to 19th of May, and with our report we wanted to take part on that in that discussion. Many governments they are opposing the levy. Many of them are saying that the net neutrality principle cannot be harmed. But it's very hard to do when you introduce such a levy. And going forward, we wanted to know what is going to be the potential impact on startups, and we wanted to see not only from our side but from side of the other countries. So we picked 6 CE countries where we actually did the survey, and the results of that survey is in our report. The report is for free on our website, and you can get it. The website is startuppoland.org, and you can download it for free. So I just wanted to say 5 top things regarding the results from the report. The first one is almost all startups confirmed that network fees would make it harder to develop unicorns. Number 2 is that a significant majority of startups see potential negative effects for fundraising if the network fees are imposed. Number 3, 86% of startups are convinced that the net neutrality has a vital impact on innovation. And number 5, equal opportunities for all companies are essential for them to be able to compete. So these are the top 5. I think the last but not least is that around 60% of startups, they actually knew what net neutrality is. So it was not something that we were educating them. They actually knew what the net neutrality is. See, startups, even if they are confident about their everyday business, feel threatened by the regulatory framework that is evolving dynamically. And this is something that we actually in Startup Poland and in other brother and sister organizations see that more and more regulations come to startups, and sometimes it is not direct, but sometimes it is indirect, like within this proposed regulation. So in summary, I would like to say 2 things. One thing is that do not fix something that is not broken. It is not broken, so you don't have to fix it. I know that probably there are arguments on the other side of the spectrum that are pretty that we can listen to and try to find a solution. But my first thing is not to fix it, something which is not broken. And call to action: if you are opposing, you can write an email to the EU Commission that you are just opposing, and that would be enough. You don't need to have 30 pages of a legal document. So thank you. You can see what we do at startuppoland.org. It's in Polish, in English. The report itself is in English. And if you're interested in the subject matter, I'm available. And see you soon in the next panel. And within a few minutes, we're going to talk about the CEE region, and we're not going to talk about this, but other aspects of the public advocacy for startups. Thank you.